Genesee from Black Soil, and I'm your holistic astrologer. So I've been gone for a minute. I've been really focusing on being a mother and balancing, for about over a year and a half. I went really hard and just stepping forward and building Black Soil and putting astrology at the forefront. So I really needed a break and I needed to study more, so I've been doing that. But since the nodes are changing, I couldn't leave you guys hanging. I had to let you guys know what was going on. So the North and South nodes are changing. The North node is currently in Leo, and on November 6th, it will be in the sign of Cancer. And our South node is currently in the sign of Aquarius. It's going to be changing into the sign of Capricorn. What does all that mean? So every year and a half, the nodes change. And that means that we're stepping into a new direction we should be moving towards. So the North node means the direction you need to be walking towards to live your best life, align with your highest self and calling. Your South node is a direction you need to move away from, and that you are probably used to, that you could have been in a past life or past lives. That's something that is just really innate to you. That's just your nature. You kind of already mastered it, and even though things seem to be going good in the beginning of your life as far as those traits, so if you had a South node in Virgo, you probably were really meticulous and a perfectionist, and those traits work for you in the beginning of your life. But as you get older, especially when you hit the time of your Saturn return around 27 to around 30, those traits really don't work for you anymore. You need to align with something new. So those are what the North and South nodes mean. And so right now we're in the North node of Leo. So for about a year and a half, we've been really stepping into our fire, our passion, our inner child, our creativity, and stepping into the spotlight. And so that's been really awesome for a lot of us. Even if we are naturally shy or don't like a lot of attention, we've been really stepping forward to align with our soul mission. Leo has a lot to do with passion, about that inner soul, about your mission, about what you want to do. Outside of just the logical, or outside of just your head or overthinking or being really meticulous about the steps you need to take. Leo says go with your heart, listen to it, dance and tap dance to the rhythm of it and bask in it, and you will achieve and be successful even if no one believes in you. And so a lot of us have been very successful with just really aligning to our soul mission. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the South node that's been going on for about a year and a half. So the South node is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of groups, associations, friendship. Aquarius is very scientifically minded, very intelligent, likes to do things with people. So no matter if Aquarius is the master or doesn't know how to bring anything to the table, Aquarius loves to get people together and get things going and flowing, and so that they can share things with the world and not just themselves. And so we are actually in the age of Aquarius right now, so we see the overflowing abundance that we've been receiving when it comes to learning to connect with the world. We know from the time since about 2012, when the age of Aquarius came about, that we don't have to go through things alone. We can be open. There's the internet that's there to provide any answers or that we need, or people online or on social media. That's one of the things that the age of Aquarius really did bring, is getting the information in abundance from the collective, not just the higher ups, or not just books, but the ability to seek one another, and that has been amazing. But at the time, even though we're in the age of Aquarius, that's a whole different thing. But right now, since we're in the South, our South node is in Aquarius, we kind of need to move, for a past year and a half, we need to move from that need to connect and, co-create with everybody, and really focus on our personal soul mission. And so if you have done that this past year and a half, you have probably reaped a lot of benefits from it, from just really seeing what you personally want to do, taking a step back from everybody and just really focusing. And so now on November 6th, we're going to be stepping into new territory. We're going to be entering the North node of Cancer. Cancer has to do with family, the divine feminine, intuition, home. Cancer is more of like the mother figure of like really nourishing and nurturing the children and things of that nature, really a home-based stuff. So when the North Node enters Cancer, we're going to be experiencing for a year and a half really intense emotions, coming forward with our truth, really connecting to our family and even our ancestors that have passed on, connecting to our higher intuition, becoming more clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, clear everything, if those are if that's aligned with you. Really connecting to the real depths of ourselves, really connecting and building our home base. Uranus is also in Taurus in 0 degrees, so it just entered, and so building is going to be something very big for our society and our personal selves as well. And so we are going to be feeling a lot of love that may not feel like love in the early stages of this Cancer North Node transit. In early degrees, when things enter early degrees, they're kind of at their immature state, where when they enter the later degrees, they enter a more mature state. So we may feel irrational, we don't know what's going on, there's a lot of emotion, there's intensity, we're probably having very vivid dreams and things are happening the next day. We're really connecting to some of our abilities, and they're like flowing in, and it probably makes us feel unstable, ungrounded. Cancer is a water sign, and so that emotion and that abundance from the universe flowing into us can make us feel really thrown off. But since you guys can know what to expect, it's best to really kind of flow with it. There is an art and beauty and flowing. Sometimes we're scared, we don't know what's happening. Everything that happens to you is a message. The South Node is going to be entering the side of Capricorn. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac, as Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. So the father takes care of all the stability of the home. Make sure that they provide and have what you need for the family, and make sure that the home is running properly. And that's how a father usually shows love. And a mother, she is more nurturing, up close and up personal, while the father, especially in the past, was away, making sure that the money was provided for, that he was tending the land, etc., 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 so that the children can eat and the mother and the family can eat, and etc., etc. So Capricorn is a sign that's very practical. It's very get things done and be strategic. Things from point A to point B. Capricorn can detach from his emotions to get something done. What's the big picture here? How can we handle this? And Capricorn is about career. Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac, and in the 10th house in anyone's natal chart, has to do with career. So Capricorn is focusing on providing, achieving, and doing things outside of itself for the greater good as well. Similar to Aquarius, because they share a planet, which is Saturn, which represents reality, karma. And that's another thing that rules Capricorn a lot, is the knowing that when you do things properly, that you eliminate the backlash of karma, or if you skip a beat, it's going to come back to you. So always be strategic and do things accordingly. So when I think of Capricorn, I think of like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise went really slow, and it did things how it felt and knew it should, and therefore, and for other reasons, it won. The hare was being out crazy and just like, I got all the juice, I'm gonna win. But did it win? It didn't, because the tortoise, one of the reasons, because the tortoise was very strategic, and it took its time and it flowed, and it believed in the end goal. It didn't have to race to get there because it knew it was going to get there regardless. So that's Capricorn, and Capricorn can be very stubborn, and we also have Saturn right now in the home side of Capricorn. I think we have another year and a half of that. So there could be some stubbornness, some eagerness to focus on your career. But balance is always good with everything, but right now, especially in these early stages, for the North Node entering Cancer, if you feel the need to, focus on home. Even if that's yourself, even if that is your inner home, your body, the physical, your children, cleaning your home, taking care of your home, take care of a base. That's kind of what that means. Give it the love it needs, the attention it needs. Give yourself what you intuitively know you need. And that's going to be different for each and every person. You can always look at your chart to see what's happening. You know, you can see what transits are going to be going on for the next year and a half or so. Or you can contact me and I can look at that for you. But it's a really good time within the next year and a half to really focus on your divine emotions. So what are you really feeling? Because people think emotions are irrational and they're not meant for anything, and they're crazy. Emotions are the strongest tool that you have to guide you. Your hands, your body, and things, they're your tools. But your emotions, they flow through you. They tell you. They are your divine intuition. They're your God knowing. And so why the North Node is in Cancer, one of the most intuitive signs of the zodiac. And right now the sun is in late degrees in Scorpio. Focus on your intuition. Focus on your dark and your light in order to step into more light, to get more information about things, to really align with who you are and what you should be doing. That looks like no one else. This was helpful for you. Comment, share, subscribe. So again, my name is Genesee from Black Soil, and I'm your holistic astrologer. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.